For more insight, I would like to welcome in cybersecurity expert Nicole Tisdale, who is also a former White House and Congress advisor. Nicole, great to see you. Thank you for your time. What was your initial reaction to the news of this hack and attempted leak aimed at a political campaign?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me on the show again, Nicole. I really appreciate your continued focus on these issues. I was actually at a cybersecurity conference this weekend when news broke of the attack, and I was getting ready to talk about the importance of election security. And so I will be honest, I had to change my entire speech because I wanted the audience to focus on what is going to be the first hack and leak campaign of the 2024 presidential election. And as you've stated, we've been warned about not just hack and leak campaigns, but all types of cyber operations that could be used to influence our operations.
And this does appear to be aimed, at least this one, at the former president's campaign, but obviously the Harris campaign can also fall victim. Are we likely to see more cyber attacks before the November election and then possibly beyond?
Yes, that's what the intel reports are saying. They are saying that there are a number of things that could happen on the digital front to influence our elections. And I will say, while this hack and leak does appear to be targeting the Trump campaign, it is possible for the same thing to happen to the Harris Walz campaign as well, because our foreign adversaries don't prefer a party or a candidate. What they prefer is chaos and instability.
I think it's so important to just say that again, that, they prefer chaos and instability. We know, Nicole, that the Office of the Director of National Intelligence put out this report, came last month, warning of Russia, China, and Iran all being likely to interfere in the upcoming election. There was this latest attack now. Do you, first of all, believe that Iran, of those three, is the biggest threat? And second part of that question, what is the potential worst case scenario?
Sure. In terms of capabilities, when you put Iran, Russia, and China next to each other, they all have cyber capabilities to influence and possibly attack the elections. It's not that Iran has more capabilities than any of the other players. They just they've already started their operations to a level that our intelligence officials have seen, and Microsoft. In terms of what is the worst case scenario, I think it could be a number of things, Nicole. We could see deep fake audio and video where images of political leaders will be manipulated to look like they said or did things that they didn't do. But also, I think we could see forgeries. We could see more hack and leak campaigns. And so there's quite a diverse set of tools that are available to try to influence and cause malicious activities and chaos with the elections. I think what's important is to remember that no matter who the actor is, whether it's Iran, Russia, or China, the ultimate goal is to make voters question if their votes matter or if their votes will be counted.
And that's what I wanted to ask you, because what does sowing chaos like this in our election, in our political system, what does it do for these adversaries? Why do they want to see that chaos?
Because they're trying to make us question if our democratic systems work, right? So if you can't depend on your vote counting or your vote mattering, but also we could see attacks in other ways. So maybe there's an attack on the electric grid or similar to oil and gas pipelines that we've seen before. All of this is done to make you question if democratic systems and institutions can keep you safe and secure. And for our adversaries who are pushing authoritarian and dictator type governance, for them, it's just the goal of showing democracy does not work and chaos ensues. And so people are more likely to want a dictator, to want an authoritarian to kind of step in.
Last question for you. I mean, what is the best way to protect our systems? And will there always be some level of vulnerability?
That's great. The best thing that voters can do is just commit to voting. No matter what happens between now and election day, commit to voting. In terms of what we can do to our systems, it is about resilience. Resilience isn't about making sure that nothing ever happens. The idea of perfect cybersecurity is a myth. What we want is the ability to recover and make it harder for our systems to be attacked.
All right, that makes perfect sense. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.